Howdy there, my loyal followers. Thought I'd zoom by my old stomping grounds for a bit to break down my latest drive-through cinema street. And what did I find this time, you might ask? A movie whose title also happens to sum up all of these: Death Proof. The 2007 Quentin Tarantino movie is about a stuntman named, Stuntman Mike, played by Kurt Russell. He's a professional body double who spends his days lately driving around the country and mingling with different women and introducing them to his so-called death-proof car. The real fun, or terror, depending on how you look at it, is when Stuntman Mike ends up using his hellishly indestructible vehicle to bring the demise of the unlucky dames who happen to walk through his path. The highway to hell ultimately leads up to a climax that's so bizarre and insanely bittersweet, you'll definitely want to be in the front seat when it pulls around. That may not sound as long as my past film premise roundups, but a large part about that has to do with the fact that this is a Tarantino movie. His style really shines through with a quirky dialogue that doesn't have too much to do with the plot, and of course the blood-bashing violence that's the red cherry on top. One thing you'll notice when watching this movie is that based on how it's shot, it does not seem like a movie from the 2000s period. It seems more like a movie from maybe the 1970s or 80s. Then later on, it does a little bit of black and white while seemingly transitioning into mid-2000s style photography with color this time. Since the styles are reminiscent of the time period Tarantino would be alive in, this could be a way of him trying to relive what he'd consider his favorite sagas of cinema, and trying to ramp up the nostalgia for many moviegoers of his generation. It doesn't hurt the movie or anything, but in the beginning, there are a couple moments where it seems like the movie reversed a second or two during character dialogue. I highly doubt that was a mistake, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional, as it was something that would probably happen with the technology from the time eras that Quentin Tarantino was trying to capture while making the movie. While I do try to be understanding with old movies when not everything meets today's standards of what's acceptable and what is not, there is one creepy scene towards the end. It's where a group of women who are supposed to be friends decide to take a car out for a drive while leaving one of their gals behind with a man who is clearly meant to be seen as a creepy guy. While I did like the ending of the movie, this detail before that was pretty disturbing to think about. So what judgment will I pass upon this movie? Well, not everything holds up the best over time in terms of some of the choices and dialogue, and there's even a couple microaggressions from some of the characters. But in terms of the good stuff, Kurt Russell does bring a ton of charm and wickedness to his character, both when he's a public gentleman and when he's a private psychopath. And the women in this movie do have their funny moments that add to the film's personality. While I would say some of the dialogue can go for a bit too long, I say the hellish moments that all builds up to make it worth the wait when it's all said and done. I'll give this movie 7 Deadly Sins, a psychotic journey down the roads of wrath. So that's my review of Death Proof. Did you agree or disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, slay that like button, subscribe, and of course, have a terrifyingly terrific day.